It is not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is far more powerful than the one with all the facts. A scintillating morning to Ravid Principal Ma'am, learner teachers, and all my dear students. On behalf of English Department, I welcome you all on the third day of Summer Fiesta, Virtual Dramatization. Drama is a branch of literature which best mirrored the society. We all know it began in ancient Greece. The first plays were religious, and now it is more of romance, tragic, and comedy. Shakespeare's work in drama marked the beginning of modernization of English language by introduction of words and expressions, style and form to the language. We believe drama developed key skills such as creativity, expression, confidence, communication, teamwork, language. Performing acts develop empathy and understanding, emotional and social regulations, background and cultures in the young minds. And that's the reason we chose it as our activity for the day. Well, before we move ahead, I would request our coach, our mentor, Nandini ma'am, to boost our young actors who are all set to showcase their talents today. Nandini ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. It's a very bright morning to everyone, and I'm sure you people will rock. There's no doubt about it. Let's start, Priya ma'am.
Okay. Just one thing more. I want Mona Lisa ma'am to share just 1-2 tip and tricks that would help our students to, show their wonderful colors today. Just quickly remind you the rules, children. Please keep your cameras on while performing. Make sure that your background has no noise, okay, because it will disturb the whole system then. Do not exceed the time limits, otherwise we have to stop you. And please check for your team members. Don't wait for your turn to come, just check them before. Yeah. So children, brace yourself and bring out the actor in you. Roll sound, camera, and since childhood, we have been listening to the stories of prince and princesses. Here's bringing you the group, The Three Princes by Tanishi. Are you ready, girls?
Yes.
Okay. The stage is all yours. Yes, go ahead. Good luck.
Greetings to everyone. I'm Madiha Ahmed, the narrator of the book The Three Princes. Our story is The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. We have Anika Srivastav as the Happy Prince, as the Swallow, and Tanishi Nayak as the Happy Prince. Once in a very big city, there stood a tall statue of the Happy Prince. The statue was covered in riches, full of fine gold. He had 2 sapphires for his eyes and a ruby in his sword. There was a swallow migrating to Egypt, and it stopped under the swallow to take rest as it was very tired. As the swallow was about to sleep, from the prince's eye.
Why are you crying?
Oh, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean it. I am the Happy Prince. When I was alive, I have never experienced sorrow. I was always happy. But now that I am placed so high, I can see the misery of my city.
The swallow starts to pity the Happy Prince. Suddenly, the prince interrupts in between.
Oh, little swallow, I can see a poor lady sitting on the floor with embroidering on a satin gown. Her son is sick and hungry. Please give this poor soul a sapphire from my eye.
At first, the swallow was a little hesitant, but he agreed.
Okay, if you say so. I feel really bad to remove your eye.
Don't worry, dear swallow. We are doing this for good.
The swallow flew and delivered the sapphire. The next day, the prince pleaded to him again.
Oh, little swallow, I see a poor match girl. Please give my other eye to her.
No, my prince, you'll go blind.
Dear swallow, do as I say. If you don't do so, the girl will suffer a lot.
The swallow gave the last sapphire to the little match girl and came back sobbing to the prince.
Prince, I did what you told me to, but now you're completely blind. I will stay with you forever and help the poor.
Dear swallow, you should go away now. It's getting cold here. Go and enjoy your hot Egypt.
No, my prince, I feel good when I help the poor. I will always stay with you.
So, from then on, the swallow and the happy prince helped the poor till death, and when they died, their acts were appreciated by the gods of heaven. The swallow and the happy prince lived happily ever after in the garden of paradise. The end.
This story tells us to help others no matter what. Just like our school motto says, service before self.
We hope that you liked our story. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. What a spellbound, mesmerizing performance, girls. You stole the show, huh? Wow, wonderful. Okay, to take the show to the new heights, now we have the three crafters.
A wonderful afternoon to my respected teachers and my dear friends. So Joanne on the phone, he hangs up and starts packing a bag. A man quietly enters from behind and moves toward Joanne. The introducer accidentally hits the table, causing Joanne to turn. Joanne queries the introducer presently. The introducer, however, retains Joanne. He also wants to know a few things about Joanne.
Put your paws
Introducer.
up. I want to know few things about you.
I'm happy to answer your question. Firstly, I need a comfortable place to sit.
Sit on the chair, then we will have a nice little talk about yourself.
Oh, I have finally found someone willing to listen to my life story. I was stolen by the gypsies in my childhood.
Just answer my question. Tell me your full name and whether you own a car or not.
I want to know that if I will not answer your question, what will you do?
If you will not answer my question, I can hurt you.
Okay, my full name is Vincent Charles Sarad. And no, I don't own a car.
Not to lie with me. I know that you keep a car. I can hurt you without killing you. Now tell me, do you receive any frequent visitors?
Other than a few delivery people, I rarely receive any visitors.
The introducer again captures Joanne in lie and then reveals that he has been watching Joanne for quite some time past.
Why are you looking quite big about me?
I am smarter than you, Mr. Gerard.
The introducer tells the story of his last robbery and how he is on the run from the police.
This is a big surprise that I have planned to kill you. And after killing you, I can assume your identity.
This is not a good idea to take my identity.
Your life of isolation is so perfect.
Introducer said that in the village he is somewhat of a mystery. At this point, Joanne reveals that his name is not Joanne and he is quietly as the introducer.
I was involved in a gunfight with the police, and one of my men was caught with compromising materials, and police knows my cottage very well. I was packing to run from my cottage. You can check my bag, which contains clothes in disguise and my gun. I have a lookout man on the main road.
Just then the telephone rings. Joan tells the introducer to hurry and point to the door next to him.
I do not believe on your story, Mr. Gerard.
First, check it out for me.
Introducer opens the door, and as he leans in, Joan pointed him inside the door and knocks the revolver from his hand. The door leads to a cupboard. Joan slams the door shut and locks an introducer. He picks up the revolver. Holding the revolver, Joan answers the telephone. He also the caller to find the signal and send him to his cottage. In presence of mind, Joan managed to save himself from the introducer. Thank you. Hope you like our story.
It was, as I told you, they'll set a different benchmark to this show. See, this performance needs a clapping. I want everyone to turn on their cameras and give a huge round of applause. They were phenomenal. If you agree to me, come on. Yeah. No, I want cameras also. I want everyone on the screen. Please. They really created it in front of us. I mean, there is no barrier. Online is not a barrier. Wow, they have used it in terms of their advantage. Loved it. That was amazing. So the next that are coming is the Forevers. Anandita and group. Are you guys ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All set. Please turn on your cameras. It's all about expressions and the feel. And you know that we can only see through your faces, and face is the index of mind. Yes, that's how it goes. Wow, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the group Forevers, which include Tanvi Bhargava as Jerome, Anandita Chaudhary as Harit, Priyanshi Sonkar as George, and I, Snigdha narrator. The story which we are going to portray today is Packing by Jerome K. This is an extract from the novel Three Men in a Boat. In this story, we get to know that the author is fond of packing.
Packing is one of those many things that I think I know better than anyone else. It even surprises me myself how many such things are. Okay, so George and Harris, my dear friends, don't you worry, for I, your helpful friend, will do the needful. You can leave entirely the matters to me.
Okay, George. So let us do as suggested. He will handle the matter. Let us relax.
Okay, well, let me start packing them.
Hey, Harris, would you like to have some coffee and cookies?
Yeah, sure. By the way, I forgot something. Hey, Jay, did you put my boots in?
I forgot. Whether I have put my toothbrush or not, I should check before closing. Like the rest of the time, I have to carry it in my handkerchief. Now, for sure, I won't find my things. I would have found Harris and George many times, but not mine.
Is this soap packed in?
I don't care whether soap is there or not, but I have packed my spectacles in, and now I have to unpack it all again.
We should be leaving for the trip in around 12 hours. So George and I should get rest of the things done.
Harris is the worst packers of all time. And apart from this, there are things that will be exciting to explore. Oh, Harris.
Harris and George were irritated by Jerome's presence, and he could feel it while being seated on the table. They were packing the bags at the bottom and heavy bags on top. They were upsetting salt over everything.
Wait, where are my chocolate biscuits?
Hey, don't step on my clothes.
Well, I'm not stepping on your clothes. Where are my chocolate biscuits?
Oh God, these irritating.
Butter? Why is it here? Never mind. Let me put it right here.
Where is the butter? I need to pack it.
I'll take my oath. I put it down on that chair. Right there.
Yeah, I saw you do it myself not a minute ago.
Most extraordinary thing I've ever heard of.
Seriously, so mysterious.
Why was it here all the time?
Where?
Stand still, can't you?
To both of their surprise, they found the butter stuck on Harris' back. Morris wasn't pretty content with sitting in the corner of the room while stuffs were being packed. She definitely had to show her presence by some means. Her ambition in life was to get in the way and be sworn at. When she succeeded in accomplishing this, her conceit becomes quite unbearable. So Morris destroyed all the food hampers. Harris picked up the pan and ran after Morris.
Why did you encourage him to attack us?
Of course I did not. And why will I? He is born with such extraordinary ability.
Everyone, I am drop dead tired right now. Come upstairs, let's sleep.
Jay, you prefer the inside or the outside?
I prefer sleeping inside a bed.
So odd.
What time shall I wake you up, fellows?
7.
No, at 6.
No way, not so early. 7 is perfect.
Not at all. I have to write some letters. George, please wake us up at 6.
Okay, George, 6:30.
Okay.
As Harris said this, George showed no response. Jerome and Harris looked at each other and saw that George was fast asleep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Guys, I have to say this, you really put all your emotions on the platter. You really showcase the actor in you. Love the versatile emotions you guys have shown. Wonderful. Monalisa ma'am, something to say on this performance?
Yeah, ma'am, can we clap once again?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I think so. How beautifully it was executed. Anandita, Tanvi, and everyone was so perfect with their expression. Yeah. Moving on to our next team with all the dreams in their beautiful little eyes, we have Dream Team. Yes.
The characters of our play, The Last Leaf, are Sue, played by Kashvi, John C, played by Shambhavi, Berman, played by Pranit, and Doctor, played by Himanshu. The Last Leaf starts with two girls named Sue and John C living together in a small flat. Both were artists. They resided on the 3rd floor of an old house. John C fell critically ill in November. She suffered from pneumonia and used to lie in her bed without moving. She continuously gazed out of the window. Sue, her friend, became very worried. She called the doctor, although he came every day. John C's condition showed no improvement. The doctor confirmed that John C was not willing to live. As a result, the medicine was ineffective to cure her ill health. She tried her best to make John C take an interest in things around her. She talked about clothes and fashions. However, John C was unresponsive. She continued to lie still on the bed. Sue brought her drawing board into the room and began to paint. Suddenly, Sue heard John C whispering something. She speedily rushed to the bed and heard John C counting backwards. Looking out of the window, she was saying 12. However, after some time, she whispered 11, then 10, and so on. She saw an old ivy creeper climbing halfway up the brick wall opposite to the window. Also, the creeper was shedding its leaf in the strong wind. John C was very depressed. She created a thought that she would die when the last leaf fell. However, she did not accept the soup offered to her. Later, Sue told her that she would not die, although she kept the curtains open, as she needed the light to complete her painting, wanting to make money. Also, she told Johnsy that she would not die. She has to live for her friends. Moreover, she would become lonely without Johnsy. But Johnsy was sure that she would die as soon as the last leaf falls. She rushed to the ground floor to seek help from a 60-year-old painter. She discussed Johnsy's condition with him. His name was Berman. His lifelong dream was to paint a masterpiece. She discussed Johnsy's condition with him. Was he able to make it?
What are you speaking? I think she has gone crazy. An old leaf can't kill people.
She's running a high temperature. She refused to eat and drink anything, making me more worried.
Okay, I'll come with you and see her.
They entered the room quietly. Johnsy was asleep. She drew the curtain. There was only one leaf left on the creeper plant. Berman did not say anything and went back to his room. The next morning, Johnsy woke up in a weak voice and asked Sue to open the curtains.
Look, there's still one leaf left. It looks quite healthy. In spite of storm and fierce winds, it didn't fall.
In the evening, there was another storm, but the leaf did not fall. Johnsy lay for a long time looking at the leaf. Then she called out to Sue.
I have been a very bad I have not conversated with you. The last week has shown me how wicked I have been.
The doctor visited again and remarked,
Yes, doctor.
Well, Miss C, I'm confident Johnsy will recover soon. Now I must go downstairs and see Mr. Barron. He's also suffering from pneumonia.
The next morning, Sue came and sat on Johnsy's bed. Taking Johnsy's hand in her, he said,
I have something to tell you. Mr. Bergman died of pneumonia this morning. He was ill only for 2 days. The first day, the janitor found him on his bed. His clothes and shoes were wet, and he was shivering. He had been out in stormy night. Johnsy, dear, look out of the window. Look at the ivy leaf. Haven't you wondered why doesn't it flutter when the wind blows? That's Berman's masterpiece. He painted it the night when the last leaf fell.
He who has hell has hope. He who has hope has everything. As an achievement of a soul bird, death cannot take away. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. You blew our mind. I enjoyed every bit of the event we did today. I can see many of you in different colors that I don't happen to see in the class. Yeah. So heartwarmed, so overwhelmed, so happy. Thank you. Yes, Nandini ma'am.
Yes, ditto, whatever you said. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Seriously, you people made us so proud. You all were wonderful. No doubt about it.
Joining us so far.
Thank you, ma'am.
We were so many people under one screen. It was wonderful.